So I just want to talk about a very sensitive story and trigger warning. This is about sexual abuse. So if you don't want to hear about that, I would advise you click off. But I'm gonna talk about a little story because God is putting this in my spirit, and I feel like it's very important. He put this message in my spirit a while back, but I wasn't sure if I was gonna, release that message at that time. But when God puts in your spirit again, I feel like that's, a sign to release the message. So God put this person in my spirit in 2021, and this person um, would sexually touch me growing up, and he put this person in my spirit, and I asked God, like, why do I keep thinking about them? Why do I keep thinking about that? Like it happened so long ago. Why do I keep thinking about that? And God will always tell me, you haven't forgave that person. You have not forgave that person. And I was just like, I don't really care about it. Like, I'm not worried about it. I don't think about that. And God said, yes, you do. You keep it deep down, right? You don't think about it because you don't acknowledge it. And so he told me to think about, he put that person in my spirit. And he told me to think about, what happened and forgive them. And it took a while, but I learned to forgive them. And I just kept having this vision that I was gonna bump into them one day, and we were gonna have a conversation. I was gonna have to say, like, I forgive you, to that person's face. But that never happened. And earlier this year, in 2024, this person reached out to me, and they apologized. They apologized for what they did. And it changed my perspective on those type of people, the people that struggle with that sin, because a lot of people don't understand that people that struggle with being sexual abusers, a lot of them have been sexually abused. A lot of them have been touched as a child, and they think that that's love. They think that that's love because they've been taught that as a child, right? This is what you do if you love me. That's what a lot of abusers would say. Like, if you do this, if you love me, you'll do this. And it changed my perspective on those type of people, because I know a lot of people have their thoughts on that type of sin, and they believe that that's the one sin that really can't be fixed. They have their certain views on those types of people, and it's the hardest to forgive those people. And it's just crazy that God will put something in your spirit, and something like that will come up in the future. And I had to learn to forgive that person, and I told them, I forgive you. I forgive you. I know that this is something that happened to you, and it probably changed your perspective on love. It made you think that that was okay, and it wasn't, right? And when you think it's okay from a young age, you continue it, and it becomes an addiction, right? So I don't know who needs to hear this story. I know, my vulnerable moments are always for somebody to listen to, and to take hold of and help with their situation. So I'm never ashamed to talk about it. But if you ever have your views on those types of people, and you are disgusted in them, or you feel like you can never forgive those type of people, understand. I know it's hard, but God also calls us to love those people that have hurt us, calls us to love sexual abusers, people that have done that. He calls us to forgive even them, and even they can change. And I know it's hard to believe that. I know it's hard to believe when you've been hurt like that. It's hard to believe that somebody's mind can go from that to, Christ-like, but it's possible. And yeah, that's just a story I had to talk about, but hope that helps with anybody's situation. Just really learn to forgive the person, and learn to hate their sin and not the sinner.